Now I don't say this lightly, but a judge who's so out of touch with what's going on in the world right now has jailed an NHS worker for taking 9 grams of Class A drugs into Creamfields Festival. 21-year-old Courtney Healy was found to have 14 wraps of the Class A drug tucked away in her bag when she went to the festival on her weekend off. Now, when confronted about the drugs, Courtney's response was the 9 grams varied anywhere between £400 to £1,000, depending on who you ask, were for her friends. But police accessed text messages, and what they found was she was smuggling the drugs in for someone else, a man who was already in the festival, who had offered to pay her £200 for her services. Big mistake. Ruining your career for £200. It's a bit of a dumb move. Now, the NHS worker, Courtney, had no previous convictions, and she pleaded guilty at the earliest opportunity to possession of cocaine with intent to supply. Now, the judge, Steven Everett, described Courtney's behaviour as evil, and then he sentenced the 21-year-old to 3 years in prison, telling Courtney she could hang her head. He then berated the 21-year-old and says Courtney is fully enveloped in the drug culture and is very blasé about it all. He also went on to say that you can't be both a healthcare support worker and a drug dealer, and you chose the latter. Now, this is a young woman that took drugs to a festival. She's hardly Pablo Escobar. In the messages on her phone, there was a discussion surrounding her friends about how other people were taking drugs into the festival for recreational purposes. Now, festivals know that drugs are part and parcel of going to these events. It's part of the culture, whether you like it or not. It doesn't make it right, but it's part of society. People go to festivals to drink, dance, take drugs and get wild, have an experience. Now, whether that's good or bad. To sentence someone to 3 years in prison and inadvertently ruin their career when other people can commit such atrocious crimes and get way less punishment. I mean, we've all heard of crimes where an old age pensioner is beaten up and assaulted and left for dead, or where someone has taken advantage of a vulnerable person and committed fraud. I mean, literally drained their bank account to the tune of £600,000, and then they're told by the judge you have to pay a nominal fee of £1. There's so many different crimes out there where people get let off. But this girl, who's an NHS worker, has been told that now she must serve 3 years in prison, all because she took 9 grams of Class A drugs into a festival. Now that's ruined her life completely. It beggars belief. Stay safe.